everybody. Welcome back to the Throne Room. Alex King, Josh Pink, Zach Smith. How y'all doing today?
How are you doing today? Don't ask you that question. You always ask the question, but
I know.
My turn.
Here, excuse me. I'm trying to talk to my boyfriend.
How the hell are you?
You know what? I'm doing good. I'm coming off of a hard week.
Yeah?
Hard weekend. I was sick, dehydrated as ever. It was rough. It was a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But we rallied. We made it. We're here.
Boys are back.
Episode 72 of the Throne Room, and I'm doing great. You know
Good.
what?
Good.
Feeling good. I've peed more today.
Than I ever have in my life.
Drink water, kids.
Hydrate them
kids.
Hydrate-
dog.
While you hydrate them kids, while you donate, while you use the
Yeah.
code,
Also need to
don't forget to hydrate yourself,
You gotta
man.
Hydrate them
kids
host.
at fnxfit.com. Also hydrate yourself. Drink
Yeah, you
water.
can't forget about yourself.
No, you can't
Self-care.
forget about yourself.
Hydrate the viewers, hydrate the host, hydrate them kids.
Hydrate the host. Hydrate them kids. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or wherever else you get podcasts, thank you so much. We hope you're having a wonderful day, whether you're driving to work, working out, making dinner, I don't know, taking a dump. Thank you so much.
Shout out to me pooping on Snapchat.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I guess that's a good time. Anyway, we got a great episode for you today. Episode 72. Okay, we're out here. Anything special with 72? That y'all
I don't
know
think
about?
that was
I don't
my
know.
That's a
that was
football
my-
number
That was my
somewhere?
football number.
It was your football number?
Yeah.
Oh, we're almost at Austin's football number.
Yes,
How about
we
that?
are.
Okay, so we're gonna go with sports second in the lineup. So Josh, I'm taking off my shoes. Starting with you. And then after that, we're gonna talk about a little sports. I'm gonna do some Super Bowl predictions, or again how we're looking with some AP polls. Because guess what, Cincinnati is ranked above us, and I'm mad about it. So we're gonna rant about it. And then the Bohemian Grove. Many of you,
Bohemian Grove.
yeah, many
Bohemian
of you
Grove. Exposed it.
know the whole freaking Bohemian Grove thing from Alex Jones, but that's our next conspiracy. And if you want to hear about 9/11, go check out the last 3 episodes because those are dope. Okay, so Josh,
All right. All right. The
knows?
big topic I wanted to talk about.
get deep in there, Bool.
What was he tripping on when he made Avatar?
Oh,
Who made it
James
again?
Cameron? James Cameron,
What was
yeah.
he on when he made Avatar?
Dude, he probably thought. Okay, you know how Obama thought about all his like policies and
Yes.
stuff while he was high.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a big
Yeah,
stoner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing his political science classes, theorizing how he would take over the world while he was high.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that Key and Peele.
Yeah. No, it was a real thing. There's actual video of him smoking doinks, and
And we're gonna make America great again.
oh crap, sorry. No, but yeah. So I'm sure James Cameron somewhere in college was just there's stupid people in college that are smoking doinks on a Wednesday.
I am by no means a drug advocate or anything, and I've never done it myself.
Yeah.
But if you ever notice the great, the smart, or not really the smartest, the most creative people are all on drugs,
yeah.
on psychedelics and stuff. There's a documentary on Netflix I recommend anybody. It's never made me want to do drugs more than anything.
Are you
in my
talking
life.
about having
It's
a nice
called
trip?
Have a Good Trip.
Yeah.
And about these celebrities who do that and have just euphoric, and religious realizations and it's awesome.
Well,
That's
But
I love the
a
movie.
bunch of artists and especially musical artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's how they get their it's like
The
their
inspiration.
muse. in a
Well,
way.
art is for sure filled with people like that, but hardcore intellectuals
I'm pretty sure
Einstein.
I'm pretty sure Einstein
Probably wasn't smoking
Yeah.
up a
Yeah.
joint every now and again. You kidding me?
No,
Really?
You gotta,
Nikolai Tesla.
You think Nikolai Tesla was smoking doobies?
No, I think he was on acid or something.
Einstein
that
was
dude's a
German,
little-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that Germany pretty much invented crystal meth.
Yeah, that's how
Really?
they. That's
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Wasn't that a Nazi thing? They put
Yeah,
that
so
in
That's how they
methamphetamine
forwarded
used
so
to be
quick.
methamphetamine used to be over the counter thing for
Yeah.
staying up late and stuff like that. And then they altered it and made this whole new formula, i.e. crystal meth. It's not backstreet spoon burning or whatever, anything like that. But it was manufactured and highly put out. And that's why the German army advanced so quickly, is because they'd be up for 4 days while everyone else was sleeping.
Huh.
And
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been on some meth while he was doing his.
True. Yeah. Exactly.
his
So there's
theorems.
no way. Yeah.
He was solving freaking relativity while he was.
I could have made it
On the
E
Manhattan
equals MC
Project.
squared. Though that's 5 characters.
Oh,
I
God.
could have had that.
Why is math a thing?
That's not 5 characters. Hang on.
Wait.
E equals MC squared.
Equals isn't a character.
Yeah, it is.
It's 5.
It's not a variable.
It's 5 types.
I'm saying it as like a symbol.
Okay.
Well, if you count spaces, it's like 7.
Oh, we putting spaces now?
Well, if you do, if I'm saying that characters doesn't mean like it's in typing. This is off topic.
Anyway, we were on Avatar. I think it's a great movie. My like first big gripe, I was watching like a video analyzing it, and my first big gripe was how like overtly sexual it was.
It's very sexual, dude. They got like
They connect
their
like the little tails together.
Yeah, and it's not just the characters. It's like,
animals
you want to ride this alien horse? Yeah, you gotta
like,
meld with it with your tails. You gotta.
Yeah. Like the tails are like making out, and then they like freaking grip each other.
Yeah, and I mean, it's
now you're synced in with
you
the
think
wildlife.
nothing of it, but then that's actually how the characters have sex later on when they're in the woods.
Exactly.
And they have their intimate moment. It's with their tails.
Exactly. And then there's the part where that one alien is like dead, so they have to revive her or something.
Yeah.
And like the whole like they all like have like this weird orgy
the
with
psychedelic
a tree.
group orgy with the tree. Yeah,
with a tree, and then it like revives the wounded warrior.
But yeah, like you just sit in the like.
No, that wasn't an alien. That was a human. That was the old white chick.
Yeah, they're trying to bring her. It didn't work.
dead.
But then that was how they like melded him into an alien too.
Right.
Yeah, like
They
that.
all had
that's
some weird tree.
That's
orgy.
something weird about too. Is like that's the MacGuffin. The MacGuffin is just orgies with the tree spirits.
Yeah, with that like the ancestral
The
tree.
MacGuffin. Do you know what a MacGuffin is?
No, I don't know what
That's
MacGuffin
like
is.
an item in the plot that just solves everything. Like the, I'm trying to think of another one. Like the
force.
the force is a
Force.
MacGuffin. It's that
It's
magical
just
item
the
that
force.
explains
Where did you hear
everything.
this word?
That's just like a thing in literature. The One Ring to
Liberal
rule
arts
them
majors, I
all.
don't freaking know.
Lord of the Rings, the One Ring.
Why do you keep doing this?
Lord of the Rings, the ring is a MacGuffin. I'm using one.
You were like thinking with it too. You were like, yeah, it's MacGuffin.
What is this?
You know,
the
gabagool.
The gabagool.
Where's the gabagool?
Get the gabagool out of here.
But yeah, and then all the like things that he comes up with for the movie are just really far out there.
Dude, he was supposed to make another one, a sequel
Yeah,
to it.
it's been
There's
in the
supposed to be
works.
like a whole like franchise.
It's been in the works longer than I've been alive almost.
Yeah, seriously.
But
is that still or did
yes, it's still in the works.
It's supposed
No,
to.
no. I was because it's still like the highest grossing film
Yeah,
of all
Yes.
time.
But
Well,
I thought
Star
Endgame.
Wars-
No, I thought Endgame.
Endgame
beat it.
might have beat
Endgame
it
passed
out.
it. And I think the new Star Wars also
Star
almost
Wars
passed
did?
it.
Yeah.
Not the newest one, but I think like
the
the
first
Force
of the new.
Awakens.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Think.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I
but
don't. I think it's.
I know
think
Endgame
it's
is
Endgame
past it.
and then still Avatar.
Endgame.
And then they like had a hard on for like bioluminescence in that movie.
Yeah, really. They really loved the light up.
Everything. But the whole concept of it too is like they're gonna go to this planet and there's these other alien sentient beings that are there, and they're not just gonna communicate with them to win them over.
Yeah.
They're gonna inhabit their bodies and pretend to be them.
Okay. When's the last time you saw this movie?
Oh, it's been like at least a few years. Like the last time I ever watched FX, maybe.
Oh, really?
But like
Dude,
I
they're
still remember-
always playing that.
I still
that
remember
movie.
it very well.
Effects.
But it's just like when you really think about it, it was like.
It is very strange.
Where do you come up with that? That's like
Yeah.
never. That's not something. That's like an acid trip. It's like,
and then like the whole sub. I guess it's not really a subplot. It's like the plot of like the military industrial complex.
and
trying
then
to
he
take over-
betrays his own species in the end.
Yeah.
He's
he
like,
doesn't-
I don't really mess with humans no
He's like,
more. I don't
Man,
wanna
you
be
know
a
what?
blue dude."
Humans are just trying to take their land. Like, there's just terrible colonizers. Like,
What? Yeah, just because he wanted to be with the blue alien
Yeah,
chick.
that's exactly.
He's a simp.
He's a simp for
because
sure.
he betrayed the whole human species and kicked them off of a planet that they need the resource from to like continue human existence. Just for some blue alien tail.
Well,
like-
you know what? No, okay. I'm gonna play some freaking devil's advocate here, right? Okay. As a human, he was paralyzed from the waist down. Okay, couldn't walk. As a
tail
human.
and can walk.
Tail.
No, and
Easy.
can walk, bro. Listen, he can fly on these dragons.
True
Not,
that.
not to mention he's like 8'4", like 300
In a
pounds.
society of 8'4" people.
No. I guess that's true. But he also can fly. He's also is like way more athletic.
He also became like the top warrior and like
Yeah, he was
I
like
guess.
the
head of the
leader.
tribe.
He was like the leader of like the entire blue aliens. You know what I mean?
But there's no point in that movie where he's like, I don't know, should I really betray my entire species? He has
Because it's not even a question, bro.
It's like it's a switch flip. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna kick my people off and switch species.
Why were the humans even trying to take over? this planet?
Unobtainium. That was what it was
like the
called.
little, like,
yeah,
rocks,
that's
energy.
another
That's
gripe
the
I had with
stupid
it
thing?
was that the resource they were trying to get was called unobtainium, and the only place on this planet it was under was this one tree that they lived under.
That was unobtainable.
That's unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
And they never even said
How
it was
creative.
4, but unobtainium was the they were like.
It
this
was
is
like
what
the
we're
power.
getting.
It was like the powerhouse, of like the planet though almost. Like
yeah,
they're all
it
energy.
was like a renewable.
They're
resource.
McGriddle.
It's like
or McMuffin, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
A McMuffin.
They're McMuffin.
They're McMuffin.
It's like their vibranium. Like it.
Yeah.
No, it was like
runs
renew.
everything.
It was like coal on crack. We'll call it that.
Yeah, it was coal on meth. Coal
Yes.
on meth.
And
yeah.
that's what they were there for. was that.
Sounds pretty familiar back in like 1492, whatever it was. You know, when someone came to another planet, and for
Don't read into
other
it.
resources.
Hey, okay,
that's
but-
not, that's not
for the
too
indigenous
soon.
people,
Too soon.
But there's
too
no
soon.
story of any like Native American betraying the entirety of the Native Americans.
Pocahontas, bro.
Or no. I mean,
think. I
vice
don't know.
versa.
We don't
I don't really know
what
my
we're
history.
talking about.
Is there like some big story of like a colonizer being like, yeah, forget all the Europeans. I'm gonna live here on the fields with the Native Americans.
John Smith, I think.
Nah, he just kind of.
Isn't that the dude that made Mormonism?
I don't
Ask
know.
Fryer.
John Smith. That sounds like the dude that.
The
made
John
it.
Smith was the guy who married Pocahontas, and he was like 50, and she was like
Yeah,
12.
and then he got her killed.
Oh, yeah. I don't know my history.
And then
very
he's still stuck with the Europeans.
Yeah,
Those dang.
I actually haven't
Europeans.
seen the full movie.
Joseph
Or
Smith.
already.
my
Joseph
bad.
Smith.
Joe
is
Smith.
Mormonism. Yo, Mormonism's weird, bro. Mormonism.
We have a
wow.
Mormon friend.
All right,
But yeah, no, I'm like still hung up on that. Like he literally betrayed his whole species
Dude,
collectively.
again, I go back to this. If you were paralyzed and you were just going to be thrown aside after this one mission and you're like hoping for 100% disability at home, probably homeless.
The unobtainium would have made him new legs.
How do you know? I don't think that was. Hold on. You're just adding plot points here. I
Yeah.
don't think that was an actual thing.
I'm saying they had like you're telling me they had these like the giant mech suits too. They had Transformers basically in the movie too.
And they still lost to these blue people.
Yeah, what
they had
was
dragons,
up with that?
bro.
Yeah,
There's
they got
one
dragons,
of those and
dog.
dragons.
And the giant Triceratops hammerhead
Yeah.
elephant
Yeah,
thing.
that
Oh, yeah, I
he
remember that.
controlled, by the way. You're
No.
going to give up the biggest, baddest, like, freaking dragon?
He wasn't even melded with it by his hair. They just went, ooh, ooh. And then the giant hammerhead guys were like, oh, yeah, we'll go run this stuff over.
Look, I don't know what you want me to. I don't know what you wanted him to do. Listen, he has such a better life. Okay,
And he fell in love.
it's a simple life.
I'm just
okay,
quite-
he would have been like the next king.
I'm just so confused why there was no, like, moral
Second
conundrum for him. He was just, yeah. And then, like, how easily the alien girl accepted him as her, like, mate was like, oh, yeah, these people that came to my planet and committed genocide, I think I want to marry
Wait,
one.
hang on. Did she know at that point?
Yeah, do you not remember? Yeah, she finds out, and then they have, like, a little, like,
I
fight.
think they find out after they like.
Yeah, no, because they wake up in the forest, and
Exactly, it's after the fact
that they melded.
Yeah.
And then like there's bulldozing and like he's like, oh,
See,
and
so
it comes out of his
she
body.
gave herself to him before she knew that he was a traitor.
Yeah, but then she knew.
And then she
after.
knew, and then she got mad.
And then they have that whole scene where he's like in the dream bed and the oxygen's pouring in.
Yeah.
And she comes up, she's like, I see you, and he's like, get me the mask.
See, why would you want to choose the "give me the mask" life rather where you could be a 6'18" freaking giant blue giant?
Well, you don't have to get me the mask life if you go back to Earth.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're just built different, bro. That's what
Also,
it is.
it was more. He kind of did get her boyfriend to be killed. If we acknowledge
No,
that.
for sure. No, absolutely.
When he an asshole though?
No, he was a complete Chad.
Yeah,
But
see,
he
then
was-
he
yeah,
saved her
but
then.
he was a Chad.
No, he was a douche.
He was an apex human.
He was for sure.
Yeah, no, that is another thing. He took his place. He wiped out his competition and said, I will be the leader.
Yeah,
That's nature, bro.
That's how it is. Look,
It's all a giant metaphor, and the stuff's at Disney, so all this like dark stuff
yeah, exactly.
brings another conspiracy theory.
Okay.
The whole planet was weird, too. They were like, yeah, there's...
You know, dude, you remember the freaking weird like lizard cat thing?
Yeah,
That
the slimy
lizard
panther.
cat? That thing was dope. That was probably the coolest part of the
Yeah.
whole movie.
I have not seen the movie since like 2009,
Yeah, well, it's probably when it came out.
probably.
So
I
weird
think
movie.
I think they didn't do that, though. Like, he's on his wheelchair, and they're like, move out of the way, cripple.
Dude,
like,
what would a sequel even be? I don't even know what a sequel would be.
Another war
Yeah,
between
back.
green people.
they come back with actual equipment this time, and they're like,
Yeah,
they just dump on them.
Freaking A10s just galore.
Yeah. Okay, they had their fun.
Or
Yeah.
whatever her name was goes back to Earth in a human body.
Ooh.
That'd be interesting. But that would be. That would,
Oh,
like,
they
defeat the
Pocahontas it.
purpose.
They Pocahontas it and
Yeah.
bring her. Yeah, she was like, I want to be in a human body.
Oh, I see.
And
I
they're
see.
like, well, I want to be an alien. She's like, well, I'm being human.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
They just go their separate ways.
I really hope they don't make a sequel. To be honest, that would probably.
No,
suck.
like like great movies like that, they sometimes get removed with the sequel,
Yeah.
and it's better to leave it with like anticipation and stuff.
But
Like,
it
that was a good way to end
It was
it.
supposed to be a whole franchise. Where would you
Yeah.
have gone with that?
I know. It was supposed to be like a whole freaking.
Anyway, there's these red monkey people, yeah, and they suck.
Yeah.
And they're mean.
They're mean.
They're very mean.
Let's fight them.
And they want the unobtainium too.
And then they're gonna team up with Team Bad Human.
Y'all act like I
Man.
wouldn't watch that though.
I would, of course, I
No,
would
you'd
watch
you'd
it.
watch it because it's like the first one was so good or like
Yeah.
so huge and everybody loved it. But
Yeah,
yes,
you'd
you'd
probably
watch
be
it just for
disappointed.
that. But then you definitely wouldn't watch the third one because the second one would suck.
Yeah, true.
There'd be a good amount of people. That
What
do
else
this.
was weird about? I feel like there was more that was. Oh, and you know what? No, there were other people that joined his cause as humans and were like,
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna get an alien body, and I've got a pretty good thing going for me here,
Dude,
but
it's because they recognized the all the imperialism and the
Yeah.
freaking like colonialism.
like the
It's
pilot
just
that hijacked the helicopter, she's like, yeah, I'll sacrifice my life.
definitely wasn't a straight woman. She was. I think they were trying to like. Of course, this is before like.
Yeah, it was okay to have
It was.
like,
It was like, but she was definitely like supposed to represent the token
yeah,
homosexual woman in society. You know what I'm saying?
and then they like groom the general or whatever. He's groomed to be the bad guy. He's like, yeah, I've got these like 50 scars on the right side of my face. I hate blue monkey people. I want to burn this planet to the ground.
Okay, here's something else that's dumb. We have giant warships that are like massive, and these blue people are shooting arrows at it like it's gonna do anything. And then they just like jump from their dragons onto like the cargo.
And you're
lo-
telling me
drop
those
thing?
like those windows can withstand the pressure of the atmosphere around them, but it can't handle an arrow?
Yeah.
I guess maybe because they're longer, they get more like pullback.
Well,
on it.
I don't think I think the windows like held their weight against the arrows.
No,
They just made some
were popping them.
scratches.
No, they were popping them through at one point. Like that's
really?
that's how they took down the big one, was 'cause someone nailed him and he went kink.
Oh yeah.
And then the whole-
okay.
But you're telling me all those like anti-air guns didn't just?
Yeah, I don't know. I think what they were really focusing on the tree. They weren't really focusing on the people like attacking them.
Maybe.
They might
But
have
the
been
tree was their
focusing-
life source, and that's why like the people. Yeah, that's why they're
Yeah.
like, well, in order to get to the tree, we got to kill them all.
Well,
So-
they had enough firepower to cut a giant tree in half. The biggest tree ever.
Didn't they cut it out? Didn't they cut
Yeah,
it
they
out?
cu- they shot it in half
down.
and
They
then
shot
it fell
down.
over.
Yeah.
They shot it in half, and you're telling me they couldn't take out and then you remember there was the king of all the dragons, the giant red one, whatever demon name it had.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna ride that.
Yeah, he just jumped on it.
He was
like,
he was
mated
the
with
man
it.
of destiny.
Does that mean they're gay? Because he mated with a dude.
Yeah, well, he mated with all of them. It was
Another
like-
metaphor.
It was normal. That movie normalized bestiality.
It normalized bestiality. Absolutely. You can't tell me that that's not like something. Dude, you're doing the same action that you do to mate with a girl in the woods.
As you do to hop on, like the
boy
equivalent
dragon.
of hopping on a horse.
Yeah. Man.
Like
Conspiracy.
starting your car. Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
Ooh.
Like, yeah. What if
Ooh.
starting your car was like a sexual thing in our society, but we just all do it?
maybe that was James Cameron's goal.
Maybe that was. Maybe he was trying to start the movement that we should,
Normalize sex with cars.
transition to electric cars. with the
Normalize
buttons.
being turned on by everyday actions.
I'm okay. Thank you, though. It's been great. Anyway,
That was
thank
the
you-
metaphor.
Thank you so much for watching the episode of the Throne Room.
Oh, and then there was a callback. I was on Snapchat, and it said Sinister. They did this test where they watched like 100 horror movies. They had this group, and they were all hooked up to heartbeat monitors. And based on like their heartbeat raise, the average one, Sinister was the scariest,
Still have not seen it all the way through.
followed by Insidious.
I watched Insidious last
one or
night.
two.
One, because the jump scare was like so big that it like brought the average up by a lot.
No, yeah, I
But
think
like-
Insidious is like voted as like the number one like jump scare movie.
But
Like,
based on
scariest
the
jump scare.
average heartbeat, Sinister was the scariest. People were like tense the whole time during
Yeah.
or Sinister.
I gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, you do. It's something else, man. That's why. I mean, well, when we did where did Sinister end up on our list?
It was the final four.
Yeah.
It was definitely Final Four.
I think it was one, wasn't it?
No,
it didn't win.
We said The Exorcist one.
Yeah.
We said The Exorcist one. So
because of everything behind it.
Yeah. We did a list of.
I think it was
how many.
Exorcist, Insidious.
Let them watch the episode.
Yeah, let them watch the episode.
Yeah.
Let them watch the episode. It's on Patreon. I'm gonna edit it here pretty soon next week, and it'll come out on October 31st. We ranked the top. I don't know how. I think we did what, like 30.
Yeah, it was a lot. We were running out.
We
were
came
like
from a lot. Yeah, we probably did 30, or maybe 32.
I rewatched Nightmare on Elm Street like last weekend. Disappointed.
Because we're
well, again, we put some of those on there that were like half nostalgic.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm sure back in the 80s, we did talk about this on the episode too. Like back in the 80s, those graphics was like probably. But there was this one scene. I don't know if y'all ever seen it. At the very end, where like everything's like done for. It's like near the credits, and then like the dude is still alive, and so his little girlfriend comes out and gets in the car, and then like the top closes. It's like a convertible, so the top closes, and it was like red and like brown stripes, like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, like
and they were like, "Oh wait, what are we doing? No, the lugger's in the car." And then her mom's just sitting out there, and then there's like a little tiny ass window, and then he like punches his claw through there and like sucks her through the window.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah,
it was
like Poltergeist. Poltergeist is comical.
It was like one of those like TikToks where like
awful.
they throw like they were like, "I want to jump out the window," and they jump out the window, and it's just a mannequin like just falling and like breaks apart. It was so funny.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, there was a part in the original It where they're in the sewers. I think this is on episode 2, but they're in the sewers, and like this, I forget. It might have been one of the dudes that was like.
One of the bullies, right?
Yeah,
I get stuck up in that little thing. That's the first one, yeah.
Tube, and like, but he does it like backwards.
Yeah.
Like with his like, he goes in like touching his toes into this tube, and like that's how he dies.
Yeah.
It's super strange. Anyway, Mo, we were talking about Avatar though.
No, we can get this for. Unless y'all got any other gripes with them. I mean, I love the movie, but it's just like,
it's just
what is this movie?
I have no idea.
I think you read too much into it.
Oh, damn.
Just enjoy it.
Shoot him down, man. Shoot him down.
It's
just the colonialism and the imperialism of humanity. It's just ridiculous. Okay.
But yeah, no, I enjoyed that movie.
It came out too early. We weren't ready to accept the colonial metaphors.
That's all it was. That's pretty much it. Save the blue people. You know what I'm saying? My Super Bowl prediction we're gonna get into really quick, but A&M is ranked number 8 now. I don't know how we dropped in the polls. We were
number
7.
5.
No, we were 7 last week.
Never mind.
And we were 8 this week. And for some reason, Cincinnati is ranked above us. Now I don't know who the heck Cincinnati is. They haven't played anybody. They just have a good record, and that's it. Okay.
I don't trust those polls, bro.
Again, Notre Dame is still in the top 5. Okay, Notre Dame, and they literally almost lost. That's the same thing with Miami. I don't even know why they're still ranked. They keep almost losing to teams that, like, they should be blowing out.
Yeah.
Just based on how good they are, how good freaking De'Aaron King is. I mean, I really don't understand the Associated Press. It's really stupid. It's really dumb. Okay.
Alabama lost a running back. Someone said something about that to me. They lost a good player apparently.
Oh no, it wasn't a running back. It was Jalen Waddle. He's out for the season, but he's a wide receiver.
Ooh.
Yeah,
they'll be fine with that.
He's one of the fastest dudes in college football, and
they'll be fine.
He's sort of he's he's their kick returner, and he's at least one of their wide receivers. But he's out for the season with a lower leg injury, and so that's rough for them. But yeah, like you said, they'll be fine. They got plenty of freaking weapons.
Yep.
I get it. We're definitely, I would say, probably 8 in the country. But if you're gonna put Cincinnati and Notre Dame above us, then those two teams have to do way better against really crappy teams.
Yeah.
And right now
they need to be blown. They need to put up like 60, 70 points against them to be up there.
Because we're playing freaking like Alabama, and we're playing freaking Georgia and freaking
Florida,
LSU,
Auburn.
Florida. Like, we're playing a hard SEC schedule. All of those teams are like in top 25, top 10. Notre Dame and Cincinnati aren't playing any teams in the top 25, and yet they're ranked higher than us
and barely winning.
Yeah, and you know what? I get it. There's still a lot of inconsistencies with the offense. If we keep running the ball, I think we'll be fine because Mon's able to kind of relax in the pocket and do his thing. Hopefully, he doesn't have any more inconsistencies. If we don't have any penalties, no turnovers, I think we'll be fine. And our defense played great against Mississippi State. But my thing is, how the heck are you going to put a team that isn't playing anybody? Certainly, worse teams than what we're playing on a 3-1 record. How are you going to put them above us if those teams haven't not only have they not blown out, but barely they barely beat these teams, and you're putting them at 4 I think 4 or 5 is what freaking Notre Dame's at, and Cincinnati's at 7 now. We moved down because we just had a bye week, so I really don't understand. If we didn't play anybody, there's no reason to move us down and move Cincinnati up, who didn't play anybody.
I guarantee you won't move up if we beat Arkansas either, even though their record's pretty well right now.
Yeah, I think they're 2-2, right?
Yeah.
No,
they were 3-1 last time I checked, but I don't know if they played this Saturday.
They should have played this Saturday.
I'll fact check it, but they were 3-1 I think last time. The only team they lost to was Auburn, 28-30.
Okay, yeah,
because they were ranked number 5 in the SEC, doing pretty well.
Yeah, well, we're 3 in the SEC right now. It's Alabama, Georgia, us, and Florida, and then I think Arkansas is 5 still. So, but I mean, we just if we can continue to run the ball, we have another 180-yard, 200-yard game on the ground.
They lost?
Wait, no, they played Ole Miss not this past Saturday, but they had a bye week too, I guess. Yeah, they did. The last team they beat was Mississippi, 33-21. Pretty good. Yeah, they're number 4 in the SEC West now.
So if we can I say we win the game by running the ball, another 180, 200-yard game with Spiller and Anaya-Smith. No turnovers, no penalties. Our defense does a great job like we did again, and we'll be fine. We'll be good. I'd probably say 28-14, 28-17, depending on how good Mond is. If he's if he continues to be inconsistent and freaking inaccurate, I see like a 24-17 game with us winning. But if he does well and he can hit big plays on top of the ground game, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't score 35 points. There's no reason why we shouldn't play.
It says Wisconsin is number 9, and they played one game against Illinois.
Yeah, well, I really don't understand these.
Yeah, what's up with the Cincinnati number 7? What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know who Cincinnati is. There's so many teams in there that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, that just don't belong on the board.
Yeah.
Is Ohio State even still a thing?
Ohio State is doing good, but they haven't played anybody.
Nebraska.
Yeah, their schedule's always the easiest. It really is.
Goodness.
Their schedule's always the easiest.
I don't understand how you're up there so far up, number 3 at Ohio State when you played one game.
Yeah.
And some of these teams are 5-0.
It should just be all SEC. Football should only be the SEC.
It's that's all people watch anyways.
It pretty much is.
Unless you went to college there, that's all people watch.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
No one's sitting there watching Iowa State and Illinois are playing.
Yeah. My gosh.
SMU?
Freaking Clemson is playing Syracuse and blowing them out. Awesome. Let's watch this.
Toledo? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Fresno State? Oh my god. They're getting blown out by 80 points.
University of Central Arkansas.
Grab me a beer. Oh my gosh, A&M's playing UTSA 54-3.
I gotta stand up for this one.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I mean the SEC's got the greatest football games. Moving on to NFL. What the heck is the NFC East? I really can't tell you, but I can sure as hell tell you that the Cowboys suck like cheese. They suck cheeks. So much things they suck. They suck everything.
Yeah, Zeke only scored me like 6 points this freaking week.
Oh, Zeke.
Oh, what are my scores?
Oh,
keep going.
I'm actually playing Hodgkinson actually.
He's Hodgkinson.
Yeah. What was that?
Austin.
Yeah.
No, it's just Hodge.
Yeah. Hachi.
Yeah, you're.
He's beating my rear.
That was last week. We won't talk about that.
Yeah.
Beating my rear for some reason.
Yeah, I'm having a sort of a low score on you.
I guess I needed to move some players. I only scored 38 points on one.
Lord, son.
You played Kyler Murray. I actually just plucked up.
Yeah, you didn't check any of your guys.
I didn't expect everyone to just, up and die this week.
Yeah, I have 4 injuries on my team this week. Chris Carson,
I have
Raheem Mostert's out, and somebody else. I have Joe Mixon out.
It'll be a close one, you and I.
Yeah, I still got players. Wait, hold on. Yo, check the score real quick.
I have 3 players who scored under 7 points.
What's happening right now?
You have 3.
Click on it. Click it. Oh, gosh. What happened? Oh, you know what? Chris Carson's out. That's why.
I guess I should have moved some players. That's on me. That's my bad.
Yeah, jeez. Low scoring game.
Another tight end and a kicker finally, because they've all been on bye weeks every time I switch them out.
Yeah, bro. I'm 7-0. Well, you know, if freaking Russell Wilson doesn't die right now, then I'll beat you and I'll be 7-0.
Dang.
I know.
I'll do
with the highest score out of the entire league. Most points scored. I'm crushing it right now. What's going on? This is my lowest scoring game though right now. If I don't even break 100.
I mean, you still have 4 to go.
Yeah. But yeah, I have my defense playing tomorrow too. So hopefully they don't give me negative points. What was that? Oh, the freaking Cowboys. So Andy Dalton gets hit and he's out of the game. I don't know if he's probably questionable to return next week game because he's on concussion protocol. So we're on our third string quarterback. I really don't even know this guy's name, but he's cheeks, and that means Zeke's cheeks because all the pressure's on him now, and he's fumbling. He's fumbled 4 times this season. So it's a rough one. It's a rough one. Our defense is playing terrible, and we don't even have bad like skill on the defensive side of the ball. Okay, Leighton Vander Esch, freaking Jalen Jones, Aldon Smith. We got freaking Trayvon Diggs, Xavier Woods. We don't have bad players, but the coaching staff sucks. And so Mike McCarthy's first season as a Cowboy is such a failure that even the players are coming out and saying, "Yeah, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. We got to so purge the Cowboys." I'm starting the hashtag purge the Cowboys because you got to purge the team. Purge them. They don't know what the heck they're talking about. The coaching staff doesn't know where they are, doesn't know what day it is, doesn't know what team they're playing. And, now you're on your third string quarterback, and, who knows. So they're out of the question.
They're done.
Yeah, they're out of the question. It's not even close. And now who knows who's leading the freaking NFC East. It could be the Redskins. It could be us at 2-5. The Redskins are 2-5. Philadelphia's 2-4-1. So, and the Giants are somewhere in there. It's just, I don't know. I don't know who leads that division. It's a toss-up.
Who had that one play where they were like running with the ball and they just...
What?
You know what I'm talking about? He was running in and there was no one around him, and then he was just running.
Oh, that was Daniel Jones.
Yeah,
that was Daniel Jones. He broke it off, man. Dude, that was the fastest clocked run by a quarterback this season. 21.6 miles an hour. 21.4. Yeah, and he's a little, not little. He's a big white quarterback, but he's a white quarterback.
That's got fell over, right?
In a league,
yeah.
In a league with freaking Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, like. You would think that it would be one of those guys breaking that record for the season. But 21.6, 21.4 clock.
It just looked really funny. That was like the extent of football.
So sad.
No, he was so sad.
Right there. It's like,
this is 80-yard freaking touchdown.
He said, "I am speed."
Yeah, he was running too fast. Didn't know how to finish. But
Antonio Brown.
To
Tampa Bay.
Yes, to Tampa Bay. Freaking
stacked.
Bro, I saw a video of Gronkowski talking. He's got CTE.
Yeah.
No, he's got CTE bad.
Oof.
Yeah, I forget what he was talking about. Let me try to remember. He was like quoting like some movie or quoting some TV show or something, but he was super awkward. They were doing those like post game.
You're talking about like brain injury, right?
Yeah. He's talking about like it was during like the post game interview, but they're doing it on Zoom now.
Oh, that sucks.
And he was sitting in there and he was talking.
The gabagoo.
Dude, he was rambling, and like the look in his eyes just looked crazy. He just looked like an insane serial killer.
Jeez.
Yeah, they put his face because he caught another touchdown today. Great another back shoulder touchdown that him and Brady do so well, and they showed a picture of him like a stock image for like with his new uniform on with the Bucks and everything, and he's just.
Cool.
Out of it, glazed eyes.
He looks crazy. He looks insane.
Dude, that's so... I actually...
like everyone else is smiling, and he's just like...
What's the movie that Will Smith did about the CTE and the concussions and like NFL players dropping dead, like retired linemen?
I think it was just called CTE. Or no, it was called like concussion or something.
Yeah, I think it was called concussion.
Yeah.
I actually did a paper over it recently. It's just...
Really?
Yeah. For my Canese class, it was... These people are dropping... They're going to be dropping dead when they're 45, especially as much like Gronk, like just...
Dude, Gronk
goes out.
Gronk's got CTE.
So dangerous.
He's here for the now.
Rugby is a safer sport to play than football because, like, you have pads. It's like this like psychological thing where you hit harder because you in the back of your mind you subliminally know that you're protected.
Sure. Yeah.
And rugby, like you just hit safer because you're not protected.
Yeah.
So both of you don't want to get hurt.
It's more formed. Now again, they do have a lot of concussions.
And they get some serious injuries.
But they got some serious injuries. But for sure. I mean, when I played football in high school, like. I would definitely use my helmet as a weapon.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no, not me.
Yeah, I'd definitely use the helmet as a weapon.
Yeah.
But it's like, it didn't hurt me. Like, if I could hit you harder than you hit me with my helmet, I wouldn't get hurt.
Yeah,
you would get hurt because you're taking more of the force.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Well, he said,
bro, you were on practice squad. I wasn't even going hard. So my Super Bowl predictions,
Sorry.
I got a few of them. So this could go either way. Obviously, the Steelers are 6-0 right now. It's the best start since the freaking steel curtain in '78.
Green Bay,
which is insane. Green Bay is doing a great job. Aaron Rodgers is throwing them all over the place, except against Tampa Bay, but we won't have to talk about that. Also, you got Seattle. Seattle's crushing it. You got Minnesota, I think, is a sleeper. I think the Chargers are a sleeper team. And right now, at this point in the season, any team could really turn it around, except for the Cowboys. But if you're the Chargers, you got a great quarterback. Pretty much a rookie coming out doing some great things, slinging the ball around. You got pretty good weapons. Obviously, you got the Chiefs. 49ers have some weird trouble. I don't think they're going to make it. They're, of course, with freaking Mostert out and their weird quarterback dilemma. I don't think they're going to be able to make it. So really, I've narrowed it down to the Steelers. The Titans are a sleeper team. Chargers, obviously the Chiefs are in that conversation. The Packers are in that conversation. So we'll keep you updated. If I were to guess right now, I would say the Chiefs are going to win it again because they can beat you so many.
Just right now predictions.
Who's going to Hollywood?
I don't know. Seattle. I would say Chiefs in Seattle is a solid pick.
And Chiefs will come out on top.
I think Chiefs are going to come out on top because
they
can beat you so many different
2021.
ways. I think they can beat you so many different ways. This week in the past game, they had a kick return for a touchdown. They had a pick six with Daniel Sorensen, and they had 2 rushing touchdowns. Or no, they did have a passing touchdown. But literally Patrick Mahomes didn't have to do anything. He had 114 yards passing and 1 touchdown, and they beat their opponent by 16 points. So I don't know if that's the exact number, but they blew them out by multiple scores.
They bulled them.
Yeah, so they can just beat you so many different ways. Defense, special teams, offense, and their offense is ridiculous. They added Le'Veon Bell to the lineup today. He had 6 carries for 40 yards. And obviously Tyreek Hill has a touchdown in every single game. So they got tons of weapons, man. I don't know. And so does so does Seattle. Freaking DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson, he's injured, but he'll be back. And Russell Wilson, he deserves a touchdown. He really does. So that's my prediction.
Good ball.
So
I was talking to my friend the other day. Actually, we were watching football yesterday, or the day before. Yeah, it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what I really noticed? College is. I would say college is a little more fun to watch because in college.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's you're more engaged into it. But what I really like about it, and this is going to be really something that everyone realizes, and I'm just just because I started getting into it recently.
Yeah.
But they don't make mistakes in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They do, but you go to an A&M game, you're look. There's got to be at least 1 interception. There's at least 2 turnovers, a stupid punt return or something like that. But that just doesn't happen in the NFL. Because they're all professionals.
They're all the best.
They're all the best of college, which it's just awesome to watch. And it's every play is a 12 yards. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's so cool. It's so fun to watch.
Yeah, it's more of a as far as a coaching perspective, it's more of a chess match.
Yeah,
you can get away with some forced passes downfield in college because there's more room for error for
exactly.
DBs and stuff. But with the DBs nowadays, dude, they play so tight. You either have to be DeAndre Hopkins or freaking DK Metcalf or Julio Jones making huge, insane plays at the freaking wideout position.
He did.
But otherwise, you can't just throw the ball downfield like that because people they don't make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly, which is so cool to me.
It's more of a chess match. So because you can't do that, coaches have to basically play chess. And dude, I guarantee if you haven't already done it, watch one whole game of the freaking Chiefs play. Watch an entire Chiefs game all the way through. Doesn't matter who they play. But with how many weapons they have and how Andy Reid is calling plays over there, they do so much misdirection. They throw so many different things at you. No defense can keep up.
And I honestly think too, and correct me if I'm wrong on this or if you have a different perspective on this, but I feel you can get away with great players in college but you can't like great players is not just enough, and then because they're all great, and it takes a amazing coaching staff. I mean, you were talking about the Cowboys earlier. You know what I mean? With like you have so many great players on there, it's just the coaching is lacking, and that's who makes the decisions on the field, and that's what changes the game. And like in college, you can get away with that kind of stuff.
Same way with the Packers. They don't have extremely good, or even when their best players aren't playing. Like, for instance, this week with Aaron Jones out, or a couple weeks ago with who's their wide receiver? Freaking Williams, he was out. Aaron Rodgers used Jay Sternberger, shout out, whoop, and their other freaking random tight end that they picked up on the waiver wire and scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have the greatest weapons, but you can still call up plays and make your Hall of Fame quarterback dial it up.
Yep.
You know, that's why Tom Brady was good because they picked up,
They do run like a 5'8", 5'9", 40.
Yeah,
like
well,
NFL
that, but you put the people around him. They're just
true.
like, 5'11" white dudes, and they win in Super Bowls.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like all the time. Still a pedophile, but yeah.
Oh, definitely he's got some stuff. No, definitely he's got some
Still
stuff.
kissing kids.
Yeah,
that's
he's
just me.
He's kissing his kids.
I'm willing to overlook that.
Yeah.
For some rings.
Football.
Yeah. He's probably the GOAT.
We don't ever condone that.
He's
We don't
probably
condone that in the show.
No. Hydrate them kids, but don't hydrate them kids. If you know. What I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, let's hear about Bohemian Grove.
The Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
We're here talking about the Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian
the government's
Grove.
lying.
The government's lying.
Back in 2000, I went with the.
Turn the freaking frogs gay.
Oh, I know Pete remembers the exact day I watched this too.
Yeah,
I watched
I watched
the
this
entire
with him.
3-hour documentary just on my computer, and I couldn't even do homework. I was just so engaged.
Was it from InfoWars?
Yeah, no. It was
This
the
was
exact.
like before
Oh, really?
InfoWars.
Yeah,
kinda.
yeah. This was when he's just coming out of he's from Texas, right? I think he's coming to
Yes,
Austin.
he's from Dallas.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah,
He's freaking Jerry Jones's grandson.
really.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
What a
And-
family.
Yeah, I know.
Miss Nolan's romantic interest from years ago.
Yes, allegedly.
Yeah,
yes.
he told me
Yes. Very strange. Very strange.
What a weird connection.
I saw Ed Gein the other day, and I thought of Miss Nolan.
Really?
Yeah, I saw.
Gein?
I saw a picture of Ed Gein.
I had a Starbucks pound cake, and I thought of Miss Nolan.
Yeah,
That was a fun. That was a fun trip.
Oh, I loved going to her class in the morning and seeing freaking free Starbucks prototypes.
Corona.
Okay.
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about the
Oh
weird,
my
weird tree
god.
nymphs.
It's so like what I didn't like. If y'all haven't seen the Alex Jones
Give
documentary,
a rundown of what it is first.
Yeah.
Yeah, for people
Yeah.
that don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was-
Educate us, please, Dad.
All right.
Do your job.
I'm trying.
Freaking go right now.
Jeez. Okay, the year is 1899. So this was a whole thing.
What?
Like is first developed around 1872. What are you laughing at?
I said.
Am I
I went-
am I not
no.
interesting right now?
Give me a rundown, and you going back to 1899.
I'm trying to give you the backstory, bro.
Okay.
Why?
Well, no. Here's just like the cliff notes before we get deeper into it. Okay. Basically, there's these weird executives that go out in the woods and worship tree owls and such in the middle of the night. Nobody knows why. It's very strange, and it's been caught on camera. Like the freaking old presidents.
You ever seen
have gone
Hereditary?
there.
Richard
Yeah.
Nixon.
Yeah. So very important people, like both
Hoover.
Bushes, I think. Yeah, J. Edgar
Bushes.
Hoover,
The dude in the new Call of
Ronald
Duty.
Reagan even.
Yeah.
Reagan. They're all out here like doing some weird chant and sacrificing a fake body to like some wood owl.
Yeah,
and
so-
then they burn like a sacrilege or something.
Yeah, a little backstory on that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. When I was going back to those dates, I'm not going to. Okay, the first real thing started around 1899. That's when it like pretty much formed. This was back like after Civil War, I believe. Yeah, after Civil War, like it started just a secret society. You have secret societies, like you have Freemasons, you have Illuminati that
Yeah.
run everything,
Yeah.
which is neither confirmed or denied. You have like I don't know Scientology. I don't know what all that weird stuff.
Yep.
But it's both a famous one and people really like don't know about. Everyone knows like Illuminati. That's just a whole meme.
Yeah.
But like this is what you should be scared of is Bohemian Grove.
Really?
So,
Are you scared of Bohemian Grove?
oh yeah, 100%.
Why? Why are
Oh,
you
okay.
scared
Well,
of Bohemian Grove?
so watching so like what they do is just you got to think about I don't think it's a good thing that the most powerful people on the entire planet or in the United States who run all of our stuff all meet up at one place for like a retreat every year, which like from a not woke point of view, it's like, oh, okay, they're just having fun. But from a woke point of view, like, what are they planning? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From like a,
Yeah.
like
I
what
gotcha.
is this is weird. Aren't they all competitors in a way and stuff like
Yeah.
that? Like, why are they all
Right.
coming together and like,
Right.
and it's not only like they don't only do ceremonies. Like it's been it's an all male society. It made about 2,500 people at a time.
Patriarchy.
Yeah, it's an all male society. Made about 2,500 people, and you have to either get a special invite, which is like you have to be super up there, super powerful, like presidency wise, to get an invite, or there's like a years long waiting list, and then the initial fee to get in is $25,000. So not everyone gets in. These are top people who run like businesses and like
Charlie D'Amelio.
Yeah, yeah,
Charlie
exactly.
D'Amelio's in the Bohemian Grove.
Lil Huddy's in it actually.
Remy Boy.
Remy Boy.
Yeah, Remy Boy. Yeah,
Grove, for
yeah,
sure.
he's actually in there. But the reason like this is so creepy is because one, they're all like meeting together, which is like, if you go back and listen to 9/11 stuff like that, like that, who knows, that like, all three, like there's a bunch of people in that who made that document and who were in that presidency at that time were part of Bohemian Grove. Yep. Both Bushes were part of the Bohemian Grove. There have been presidents who have been the leader of it, and the reason it's so weird is because like you can say that like they just do some kind of like secret religious thing, like with our sacrilegious thing, or just like a little ceremony with like a big owl, but the owl represents like an actual like Babylonian ritual, which they sacrifice like babies and people like to their gods, like back in the biblical times, like Babylonian, like bad, and they're like recreating these bad, like from a good, like it's one thing to like make up your own like kind of like ritual and like, but they if you saw like the video, there's actual videos on YouTube that Alex Jones did back in 2000 when he actually infiltrated the whole camp.
Yeah, that's another question I had is, has anyone gone back since then?
I'm not sure. I know the most famous one is like the Alex Jones one because he got the whole thing. And honestly, it was a little disappointing because I was expecting some like sacrifices and some big things, but like
where's the gabagoo?
Yeah, I mean like because like all the
sacrifice?
speculation is like the actual human sacrifice stuff like that. But I think that it was more. I don't think they do that every single time because for one, they got in pretty easily.
Yeah, they just walked in.
Yeah, the parents walked in. They were like, "Hey, my name's Bill," and they were like, "Oh, cool." And they're like, and they just kind of acted like they were supposed to be there. Yeah. They got questioned a little bit, but then they were in the seats, like watching and filming this whole thing from hidden cameras and stuff. Yeah. I think if they were actually going to do like actual human sacrifices, they'd have like top security. Yeah. And there was like no presidents or anything there or anything like that either. But there's been pictures of people, like Richard Nixon. And then Reagan was in George Bush's and like General Ford Motors, like big tire cut like Michelin, people, all like big companies, a bunch of oil people come up there and they're all like congregated in this one little place and stuff like that. And it's said that they have like political talks there because it's like a whole weekend. So like they do like political talks and like meetings, like society stuff like that. And then they have like the ritual and they all go home pretty much.
Right.
But then there's also been people who like the reason like it's getting so creepy. There's people who come out and like say like what really goes on in there and like what's weird. Like, and I know there was one instance where she was they actually had a lawsuit happen where they had to hire female workers there. They didn't have to be part of society, but they had to hire for like some social justice, whatever, women's rights thing. Yeah. They had to hire women waiters there. And they were saying like these people don't do what average people called like normal. Like they are like in like some KKK like robes and like literally like bowing down to this owl and setting it on fire and like called the like eternal flame. And like there's like there's actually pictures and stuff of like fake people that they would use for like fake sacrifices. Yeah, right. Like, it's just freaking weird, man. Like, why like, would you run your president of the United States like going and sacrificing fake people? Yeah, like, it's just weird in general for one. And there's like been stuff about like gay orgies and stuff like there, like all these parties rituals. There's a bunch of paintings and stuff out there where it's like representing what goes on. There's people, like I'm saying, there's people who come out. It's just a weird. It's a weird situation.
So why are they doing all this?
I don't know. Like, why are Freemasons a thing? It's just some kind of thing, like a secret society for like. I mean, their argument is like it's all fake. It's all just for like tradition, stuff like that, and we do it so like
drink with the boys.
Yeah, it's pretty much like we all just get together once a year, put aside our business differences, and just have a good time. Which from the outside point of view looks good, but like why can't you just do that and like go swimming or like just go drink at a bar? Why do you have to go bow down to an owl? Yeah, which is a part of an actual Babylonian like god and an actual Babylonian sacrifice where they sacrifice
use the names and everything.
Yeah, like the actual names of the gods and like the exact rituals and like. There's this overhead voice that they like a voiceover thing that they do, the actual ceremony in the documentary where you saw, where he's like he's supposed to be like the god talking, and then like there's fake human screams they throw him in the fire and stuff like that. It's just weird. Like I mean, I don't want like a top government official participating in this kind of stuff. It's just weird.
It's not really like another Saturday out with the boys.
Yeah, and I just me personally, and like I think this is like a cover up to like a bigger agenda there too. I think they go there and like plan stuff.
He got in there way too easy.
I mean,
let me ask you this:
Richard Nixon was a senator when he was invited. He goes there, and the next year gets is the Republican was it the Republican or Democrat? I don't remember. It was the candidate for president, and he got president, and his running mate was there too. They met each other at the Bohemian Grove, and then they won the presidency the next year. And there's people going in there with like kind of like a middle class like a position in government, and then they go there, and then once they join, they're at the top. And there's actual proof, like it's just coincidences.
Maybe if everybody else is at the top and you're kind of coming in the middle, you meet, you network with the people that are above you, and they slip you in.
Exactly, but like I mean, from in a democracy, is that 100% right?
Well, it's definitely not moral since we have a constitutional republic.
Exactly.
So. That's what I imagine you go there the monk retreat looks like.
Yeah, and then like, there's like even high bankers and stuff like that who are going bankrupt. They get there and they're just like running a whole city. I don't know. It's sketchy stuff. It's sketchy stuff. And I just don't want top. Imagine your top people.
Did freaking Epstein go there?
I can't confirm or deny that, honestly.
That'd be a good question. I wonder if he was invited.
I might. Let me look.
Because if the people that were like at Bohemian Grove probably went to Child Rape Island, then Epstein probably could have been there, right?
Probably.
Yeah, he had enough money to be in it.
Yeah, sure. He probably could have bought the whole place. What if they moved because since obviously everybody pretty much knows about the freaking Grove now, since Alex Jones infiltrated it, what if they moved it to Child Rape Island?
They could.
What if
that's what I'm saying? I don't think, and this is like a tourist attraction now too, just to get speculation off of them. They let people come in, but they have to leave at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so like I'm thinking like they're just either they moved it somewhere else, and like there's like a real society within the society itself.
Yeah. So I'm saying, so like now that there's like one that Alex Jones found, they have one that's like for tourists, but then there's another one.
Oh, so Jeffrey Epstein's island. So the owl is called Moloch, which is a Babylonian god, like demon almost.
Yeah. And
Jeffrey Epstein was there's a picture of it actually. Let me see if I can find it. But it's a picture of this owl on the island itself. And there's like, and he's like a painting of like the little temple that's there like on the island.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like here's like a painting and picture of it.
That's like at his house.
Yeah, that's like the little room that he did stuff with apparently. And this is like the Greece flag. I don't know. There's a lot of connections and stuff.
Oh, what the heck?
It's weird. Yes, there's Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
This thing's like a 50-foot hollow rock owl that they just sit there and worship.
It's just they're so strange.
I don't know. Weird stuff goes on here.
Could have been there. So, are you genuinely afraid of Bohemian Grove?
No, I guess like not.
Should we be afraid of this?
You should question. It's always good to question.
It's question it for sure.
Part of leadership is like you always want to be questioned.
Yeah.
Like I argue this with like the leadership topic a lot. You always want to question. Like you don't want to like be insubordinate, but you always want to question your commands. Like you want people to question your commands.
Yep.
And stuff like that for you to get better. Stuff like that. And it's important for us to question the people who are above us to keep them in check.
Yeah.
Because they have so much power. You saw the whole COVID thing. Like honestly, like the argument is that it was appropriate to shut down the entire and keep you in your house for 2 weeks. But like if you take a step back from a woke perspective, like the government just took everything away from you like that and told you to stay in your house for 2 weeks, and you did. Like,
dude, I was genuinely afraid.
And you would get arrested if you weren't. It was that bad. It wasn't.
I think there was
China who got shot, but
I heard about a news story where somebody got arrested for leaving their house.
Yeah, Zoo Culture. Bradley Martin just got sued for in California.
Yeah,
he said he's about to move to Texas.
Yeah,
because his gym is open.
Texas, apparently, but so I was like when the whole lockdown, like the hardcore, I guess the soft lockdown was just now starting. Mm-hmm. I was genuinely concerned that at any point the government could just take your right to drive a car.
Exactly.
Away.
They took everything.
If they stopped you from leaving your house for any good reason, what's stopping them from saying driving is outlawed now?
Exactly.
They could really take that away.
And it's not that I'm necessarily afraid of Bohemian Grove, but like this is where I believe that this is where like that kind of stuff like could be planned and happening. Yeah. And it's like
they plotted COVID.
Yeah, a plot and roadway into it and stuff like that. And like the how much they. Because they say it's risk. You have the right to risk every single day. I risk It is my right to risk getting in a car crash by driving.
Yes.
It is my right as a young 20-year-old to, like, you know, protect others by wearing a mask, but it should be my personal choice to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And to go out and go to work because I'm risking because it's my right to risk it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I shouldn't have someone telling me, like, taking away my rights or we're turning into like a freaking authoritarian. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is true.
It feeds
like,
into that.
You should definitely wear a mask, but it should be your personal choice. The fact that you want the government to mandate that is a scary thing. And then the fact that they did is another scary thing. Like, I get it. Like, we do live in a free market society. I'm all cool with, like, a private business saying that. That's way better than the alternative of, like, Trump coming out and saying, hey, everyone is going to wear a mask, otherwise you're going to be arrested.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, and it's more of, like, the private thing now. I mean, I know Governor Abbott said that, you know, and that's something I'm willing to be okay with. I am willing to wear a mask out if it means that I can be normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But the fact that, like, in the beginning where, like, you have to, like, they shut down private businesses when it's a free market capitalist economy like that. Like, they just shut it down.
Yeah.
Put these people to bankrupt.
Yeah.
You know, and they try confiscating it for you, but, like, you know, it's just
It's
ridiculous.
It's a weird
It's,
one.
this
Would it be
election
as
is gonna be
weird
scary,
if
too.
there wasn't an owl statue? Would it be that big of a deal if they didn't have that ceremony?
I think that's why it makes it so weird, because it
No,
wouldn't.
and then there's other gods, and the fact that, like I'm saying, it wouldn't be as weird if they made up their own little tradition where they all kind of, like, have, like, a little
Burning
song
Man.
they
If they just
sing.
burnt a giant human.
Okay, Josh.
This is still weird.
When have me, you, and Austin gone to Austin's house? And when we have our famous bonfires, when do we just make the sticks out of into a person and burn it? And we're like, dude, sick.
Boxes. The boxes.
Yeah, but that's a box that almost killed me.
Doesn't represent, like, a human,
that doesn't
though.
represent a human.
But
That
these
represents, it's freaking burning.
Yeah, they're doing stuff that represents, like, humans. Like, this is our human sacrifice. This is
And
our
it's
human
not
black
even
baby.
like a human sacrifice, because then it goes back to freaking Babylon.
Yeah, which was legit,
It's
like,
just a simulation. of
homosexual
human
orgies and all this other stuff.
Did Alex Jones get to see a little orgy actually?
No, see, but
he
like,
passes that one floating block.
deck,
He's like,
yeah.
that's where they have sex with little boys,
Yeah.
and then they keep walking.
That
was-
freaking frog's gay.
If you look here, there's that little block floating in the lake, and they are notorious for stripping naked with little boys.
that's a quote.
Child rape.
Anyway, we're gonna keep walking.
Yeah,
Gosh, well,
it's crazy.
that's insane.
It's just a little something.
I'm not really concerned about Bohemian Grove. Look, if a bunch of here's my theory, because I think once you have so much money and you're so powerful, your whole, like, you're kind of disconnected from, like, real people and, like, the real world. No matter who you
that's
are.
what I'm defending it for. Because if it was just, like, the boys getting together, you know what I'm saying, and, like, just putting all their different sides and going to have a drink, but it's the ceremony stuff. And, like, I understand a little bit. I mean, I had, like, Freemasons, stuff like that. Like, I've had families in Freemasons.
Really?
And I know, like, a teacher who was in Freemasons told us a little bit about it. And there's some weird stuff in theirs too.
Yeah.
But maybe I just don't want to. I mean, I guess, like, we do it too, like at A&M and the core and the org and stuff like that. We just don't realize it yet.
The flight of the Great Pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly. We have a thing in the core where, like, an outfit, like, paints their faces and has torches and walks around with this giant pumpkin on their heads, like a giant ceremony, and they go and they smash it, and, like, they kick it all in, and it's so weird. But, like, that's just, I don't know. I mean, it's probably an innocent thing.
Dude, like,
you know how Alex Jones is, you know.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like, I mean, I'm always questioning things. I'm a conspiracy theorist myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a bunch of government officials getting together all at one time kind of makes me a little nervous, but it wouldn't be as bad if they just got out there and there was a secret society. 'Cause I understand that. Like,
It's not.
hey,
It's
let's
not
just
comforting.
no.
I'm not saying it's comforting, but I'm not saying it's like, oh, we're gonna have the next 9/11 because of this.
No,
It
I
could
think
happen.
I think there's too much technology for that, and stuff like that. It's like, what do you call it? Compartmentalism or whatever,
Yeah.
where it's a need to know. So, like, the whole that happens on a much smaller scale, like within a few people.
Yeah.
Because you can't bring that there. Because, I mean, the technology now these days, I guarantee you it's completely innocent now. Because, like, the technology now these days are like,
They can have like a drone, like a silent.
they definitely have people out there
Rigged
all the time trying to
trees.
recreate what Alex
Yeah.
Jones did.
Yeah.
But I know back in the day for sure, like, especially back in the 1900s, they were sacrificing people.
Yeah, it's
Like,
hard to
dead
get
ass
that
people.
many people together now and like not have anybody notice.
Yeah, and you have workers there who aren't in it and stuff like that, walking around serving drinks during the ceremony.
He got in. He walked in.
He literally walked in. Like if they were gonna sacrifice, they wouldn't let
Bob.
no one in.
I'm Bob. I'm with the Clintons.
I'm with the Clintons. I'm Bob.
Just
Yeah. It was with the Bushes because he
No,
said
okay.
Yeah.
So here's my theory though. Once you get like enough money and enough power, your tastes for like what normal people like just evaporate. So like the more money you have, the more stuff the more like sexually like depraved you are, the more likely you're going to get into like sadism and stuff, and, like weird sexual things. Like, it's just like why do you think Jeffrey Epstein, like he I think if he was like a regular dude with no money and like he lived like a regular like 9 to 5
the point is like
life,
how did he get all that money?
He probably, I don't know, but
he had a mental problem from the start because that dude like
I'm just saying he'd be less likely to like get into weird like child sex if he worked like a 9 to 5
Could never
cubicle
originally
job.
afford a child island.
Exactly. So, it concerns me to that degree because you have a bunch of people like that getting together, and who knows? Because like it would make sense because they're a bunch of old white people. Or I don't know if they're all white, but they're a bunch of old people that are like all getting
some white
together.
people stuff. It's probably all white people.
And I guess once they have all that money and power, their whole like culture is different than like there's such a disconnect between us and like what we consider fun, but like night with the boys, and what these assholes think is a fun night with
Maybe we need to just do this to experience it.
Okay, so we're gonna do a bonus episode of the podcast where we recreate our own little Bohemian Grove.
Yes.
We're gonna go out in the middle.
Bohemian.
We're gonna go out to freaking Lake Bryan and just burn
Sacrifice to the Gabagoo.
Yeah, sacrifice to
the Baba Booey gods.
the bull god.
To Remy Boy. We'll make
To
us.
Remy
We
Boy.
will.
We'll sacrifice to Remy Boy, and
The statue will
we'll,
just-
we'll burn it. Yeah. What time are we at? What do we have right now?
Well, we had that. We cut out originally, so we might be about 1:15 now.
a minute 15.
Or I mean, an hour 15.
Okay, well we can cut it here.
Yeah, perfect.
Good to go.
Great.
Do these ads.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Pop them off.
All right, we already talked about hydrating them kids, but we'll talk about our favorite supplement sponsor, FNX Fit.
Just tell them, Dad.
We love them so much. They are our OG sponsors, the OG daddies.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've got all the supplements you can want. They have stuff for vegans, stuff for gluten-free people, stuff
vegans.
for people that want to buy everything. They got AM, PM protein.
Come on now.
They got little krill oils. They got your greens that you need in the morning. They got creatine.
Mm-hmm.
They got the horny
Goat
goat
weed.
weed.
Love that stuff.
Yes.
Anywho, yeah, they have a bunch of great products, and it's all really natural. It comes from good stuff. They're not just pumping sawdust into these containers and giving them to you.
No,
So definitely go give them a shout out. Every time you buy something, they send a gallon of water
Come
to
on
kids
now,
in
son.
Africa to
Hydrate them kids.
hydrate them
Hydrate
kids.
yourself.
Come on now.
And the
Hydrate-
best part,
hydrate-
you can
yeah,
get some
hydrate.
money back if you use the code.
Throne. Talk about THRONE. Mm-hmm.
At FNX Fit. Follow them on Instagram at FNX_fit.com.
This is what a gallon of water looks like, folks. It's it's not full, but if it was full, this is what a gallon
Slosh
of
it
water
around.
would look like.
Get it for the clip. Get it for the freeze frame.
Yeah, hydrate them kids.
And our other sponsor, the Brio bottle. Take your nasty, yucky shaker bottle and throw it out because they have a stainless steel shaker bottle that does not smell if you clean it correctly. If you aren't a dirty boy,
No,
a dirty Remy Bohemian boy.
I don't need a stinky boy.
Anyway, yeah, they have a really good shaker bottle. I love it. I have one. I have to go get it back from Austin still, but it's good. It keeps your protein shake cold. Whatever drink, if you want to bring it out with you to the gym, it keeps it cold. And the best part, the smell of whatever you're drinking doesn't stick to the actual material of the cup. Go check them out. They also have a giant hydro flask one-upper
Come on now.
that you can go hit up and get, and you use code the_throne_room, all caps.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I.
Yes,
Yes,
I.
I.
Yes, I. And Imperium Fitness.
So we talked about it actually, me and my partner
Okay.
this weekend. So
Don't break my heart.
No, we really get excited when we're in person together, and then we like during like the quarantine, we spent like a month and a half just grinding. Then we had to go back to school, and it was like ugh.
Right.
And then we were like, okay, let's take a second, let's get back into school, and it was like that. But like the semester is literally almost impossible because our schedules line up. We only have like 3 weeks left of school, anyways.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks left of school. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the rest of the semester, and then we have like after Thanksgiving all the way up to like the middle of January. And then we're just gonna grind it out because we have nothing to do during I gotta take my MCAT, but like I have the rest of the day off to go to do this. And so like when we were like both together, we get excited about it again. We're gonna work like constantly for like because like we're like one thing, and the doing the one thing is the hardest part. So we have one thing, and after that it's just okay, we're good. We just let it go, and let it run itself. But doing that one thing takes a lot of time. It takes about a week's worth of work, and so like all we need is that 1 week, and we'll have it in Christmas break. So we're gonna work on it as much as we can Christmas break, and then hopefully get to the point where because we have everything ready. So like the hardest part's done. We said that one thing, and after that, as soon as we get back to school, that's when we're rolling. That's the plan.
Well, a little preview. The shirt that I was gifted is a dope shirt. I mean, come on, it's comfortable as heck.
It's retro, man.
Yeah,
it's retro, man.
I really like it. I don't know. It's comfortable. It's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Come on, I'm saying. It's another one right there. That's the OG. I have like the limited edition one, the dope.
That is true.
Look at that. Whoo! All right, gentlemen, where can they find you?
ZSmitty_22 on Instagram, ZSmith22 on Snapchat, and ZSmitty22 on Twitter.
And that's where they can find you if you want to pick up a shirt right now.
If you want a shirt right now, reservations right now, DM me on Instagram, ZSmitty_22.
Dope shirts.
Sizes from extra small all the way to 4XL. Comfortable shirts. We got more stuff coming. We got sweatpants on the work, bro.
Ooh.
We got hoodies. More hoodies worked in the
What's up?
More hoodies in the works.
Yes.
More shirts in the works.
We're hoodies in the works.
More hoodies in the works.
We're hoodies in the works.
I'm dyslexic.
We are hoodies in the works.
Yeah, we're hoodies in the works.
Yeah.
Shout out to Little Hoodie. Anyways. Yeah.
Josh,
we're
where can they
all
find you?
hoodies in the works. You can find me at jpink19 on Instagram.
And King__Alex__ on the gram. Follow the Throne Room on Instagram and Twitter at the Throne Room. Go share with your dog, your mom.
I made a digital portfolio for a class, so you can also find me at www.wix/Joshua Pink.
Wix? Oh. What? Is that a website maker?
WIX Wix.
I'm thinking my website for Imperium Fitness under Wix.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
Yeah, go
Wix.
check out my portfolio.
Okay.
Sponsor the show, Wix.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great time. Oh my goodness.